My Betty be hardy soon?
Out of here.
My Betty not.
Out of my sight, out of mine! Oh, Betty. Betty, dear child. Betty, will you please wake up? Betty.
Uncle, Mercy Lewis came from Dr. Griggs.
Oh, the doctor. Let her come. Let her come.
Come in, Mercy.
What does the doctor say, child?
Dr. Griggs, he bid me come and tell you, Reverend Sir, that he cannot find no medicine for it in his books.
Then you must search on.
Aye, sir. He hath been searching his books since he left you, sir. But he bid me tell you that you might look to unnatural things.
No. There be no unnatural causes here, I'm sure of it. Tell him I have sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly, and Mr. Hale will surely confirm that. Let him look to medicine and put out all thought of unnatural causes. There be none.
Aye, sir. Bid me tell you.
Speak nothing of it in the village, Mercy.
Go directly home and speak nothing of unnatural causes.
Aye, sir. I pray her.
Uncle, the whole town's been mumbling witchcraft. I think it'd be best if you go and deny it yourself. The parlor's packed with people, and I'll sit with her.
What shall I say to them? That I discovered my daughter and niece dancing like heathen in the forest?
We did dance. Tell them I confessed it, but they're speaking of witchcraft, and Betty's not witched.
Abigail, I cannot go before the congregation when I know you've done open with me. What did you do with her in the forest?
We danced, and when you came out of the forest, so suddenly she took fright, and that's it.
Child, sit you down.
I love Betty. I would never hurt her.
Now look, you child. I have no desire to punish you that will come in time. But if you trapped up the spirits in the forest, I must know it. For surely my enemies will, and they'll ruin me with it!
It were only sport.
Then why can this child not move herself since midnight? This child is desperate. It must come out. It must come out. My enemies will bring it out! Do you understand that I have many enemies, Abigail?
I know it, sir.
There is a faction sworn to drive me from my pulpit. Do you understand that?
I think so, sir.
Now then, in the midst of such disruption, my house is discovered to be the very center of some obscene practice. Abominations are done in the forest.
We're only sport, Uncle!
I saw Tituba waving her arms over the fire when I came on you. Why was she doing that? And I heard a screeching and a gibberish
She
from
was
her
singing
mouth.
her Barbados! She always sings her Barbados and we dance!
Abigail, I cannot blink what I saw. For I saw a dress in the grass.
A dress?
And I think I saw someone naked too.
No one was naked. You mistake yourself.
I saw it! Now tell me true, Abigail, for my ministry is at stake. My ministry, perhaps your cousin's life. Whichever abomination you have done, give me all of it now, for I dare not be taken out unaware, but I go before them down there.
And we're only sport!
Abigail, I spent 3 long years bending me stiff, neck, equal to me. Now, just now, when there must be some good respect for me in the parish, you compromise my very character! I have given you a home, child. I have put clothes upon your back. Now give me an upright answer. Your name in the town is entirely white, is it not?
Aye, sir, there'd be no blush about my name.
There be no other reason for your goody proctor discharging you? It has troubled me that you're now 7 months out of their house, and in all that time no other family has called you for your service.
They want slaves. Not such as I will not blacken my face for any of them. Let them send to Barbados for that.
Why, please, Putnam, come in.
It is marvelous. Surely the stroke
No,
of
no,
another
no.
upon you. How high did she fly?
No, she never flew.
Why, sure she did. Mr. Collins saw her coming over Ingersoll's barn and come down light as a bird.
Now, look,
he
you
said.
Putnam. Good morning, Mr. Putnam.
It is a providence. The thing is out now. It is a providence.
What is up now? What's...
Why, her eyes is closed. Look at her.
Now that's strange. Ours is open.
Your little Ruth is sick too?
I'd not call it sick. The devil's touch is heavier than sick, you know. It's death driving into the forked and hoofed.
Oh, pray not. Why, how does your child ail?
She ails as she must. She never waked this morning, but her eyes open, and she walks, and hears not, sees not, and cannot eat. Her soul is taken, surely.
They say you sent for Reverend Dale of Beverly.
Precaution only. They say he has much experience in Altamont.
He has indeed, and found a witch in Beverly last year, and let you remember that.
Now, look, you goody Putnam, they only thought that they were a witch. And I am certain that there be no element of witchcraft here. We cannot look to it.
No witchcraft. Now look you, Mr.
Thomas,
Harris.
Thomas, I pray you lead not to witchcraft. I know that you least of all would ever wish so disastrous a charge laid upon me. We cannot lead to witchcraft.
Now look you, Mr. Harris. I have taken your part in all contention here, and I would continue. But I cannot if you hold back in this. There are hurtful, vengeful spirits laying hands on these children.
Thomas, you cannot.
And tell Mr. Harris what you've done.
Reverend Paris, I have laid 7 babies unbaptized into the earth. Believe me, sir, you never saw more hardy babies born, and yet each would wither in my arms the very night of their birth. Now I have spoke nothing, but my heart has clamored into nations. And now this year, my Ruth, my own, I'd see her turn strange, a secret child she's become this year, and shrivels like a sucking mouth to pull another life too. So I thought to send her to your Tituba.
To Tituba, what do you mean Tituba?
Tituba knows how to speak to the dead, Mr. Harris.
Goody Ann, it's a formidable sin to conjure up the dead.
I take it on my soul. But what other person may surely tell us who murdered my baby?
Woman!
They were murdered, Mr. Harrison. Mark this proof. Mark it! Last night, my Ruth were ever so close to their little spirits, sir. I know it. For how else is she struck dumb now that some power of hell lifts off her mouth? It's a marvelous sign, Mr. Harris.
Don't you understand it, sir? There is a murdering witch among us bound to keep herself in the dark. Let your enemies make of it what they will, you cannot link it more.
Then you were conjuring spirits last night.
Not I! Tituba and Ruth!
Now I am undone.
We're not undone. Let you take hold here. Wait for no one to charge you. Declare it yourself you have discovered witchcraft.
In my house, Thomas. In my house, they will topple me with this. They will make an enormous scandal.
Mercy, what are you doing here?
Her grandma come. She's improved a little. I think she gave a powerful sneeze before.
There's a sign of life.
I fear no more than that. For a grand sneeze. Another like it will shake her wits together, I'm sure.
I would pray a while alone now, Thomas.
Uncle, you've prayed since midnight.
No. I'll wait till Reverend Hale arrives.
Now look you, sir. Let you strike out against the devil and the village will bless you for it. Come down, speak with them, pray with them. They're thirsting for your word, Mr. Surely you'll pray with them.
I have no stomach for disputation this morning. I will lead them in a song. But let us speak nothing of witchcraft yet, it is unconfirmed. I have no stomach for contention this morning, I'll have no more.
Mercy, go home to Ruth, you hear?
I'm
If she starts through the window, cry for me at once. There is a terrible power in her arms today.
How is Ruth safe? Betty, now wake up. It's Abigail. Betty!
Have you tried beating her? I gave Ruth a good one last night and it waked her for a minute. Here, let me have her.
No, he'll be coming soon. If they ask you, we've danced. I told him that much already.
What more?
He saw you naked.
Jeez,
What'll we do? The whole village is out.
what'll we do?
I've just come from the farm. The whole country's talking witchcraft. They'll call us witches, Abby.
They'll be calling us witches, Abby. She means to tell, I know it.
Abby, we've got to tell. Witchery's a hanging error. A hanging like they done in Boston 2 years ago. You must tell the truth, Abby. You'll only be whipped for dancing and other things.
Oh, we'll be whipped.
I never done none of it, Abby. I only looked.
Oh, you're a great one for looking, aren't you, Mary Warren?
Betty, wake up. It's Abigail. I'll beat you, Betty! My, I see you're improving. I told your father everything, so there's no need to keep to. I want my mama. What ails you? Your mother's dead and buried. I'll fly to Mama. Betty, let me fly. Betty! I told him everything. You drink blood, Abby. You drank blood. Shut it! You did.
You did.
You did. You drank a charm to kill John Proctor's wife. You drank a charm to kill Goody Proctor. You will never speak of that again. Mama?
Look, you.
Mama? All of you, we danced. I teach you to conjure Ruth Putnam's dead sisters. And that's the whole of it. And mark this. If either of you speak a word about the other things, I will come to you in the dark of some terrible night, and I will bring a pointy reckoning, and I will shudder you. And you know I can do it. I saw my parents' heads smashed on pillows next to mine, and I could make you wish you had never seen the sun go down. Now you, sit up and stop this!
What? Stop her.
Abby, she's going to die. And shut it, Mary Warren! I say shut it!
I'm just going home now, Mr. Proctor.
Be you foolish, Mary Warren? Be you deaf? I forbid you to leave the house, did I not? Why shall I pay you? I'm looking for more often than my cows.
I only come to see the great doings in the world.
I'll show you a great doing on your arse one of these days. I'll get you home. My wife is waiting with you to work.
I must be off. I have my Ruth to watch. Morning, Mr. Proctor.
She's only gone silly somehow. She'll come out of it.
So she flies, eh? Where are her wings?
John, you're surely not believing she flies.
Rode past my house and booked her to Salem all morning. Town's mumbling witchcraft.
Oh, posh. We were dancing in the woods by moonlight, and she took fright.
Dancing by movement. We'll be clapping the stocks before you're 20.
John, give me a soft word.
No, I did not come for that.
You've come 5 miles to see a silly girl fly? I know you better.
Only come to see what mischief you're always brewing. Now put it out of mind, Abby.
You surely sporting with me.
You know me better.
I know how you clutched my back behind your house. I know how you sweated like a stallion whenever I come near. I saw your face when she put me out. You loved me, and you love me.
Abby, that's a wild thing to say.
A wild thing, they say wild things. I've seen you nights.
Hardly stepped off my farm this 7 months.
With sense for heat, John. When it's caught me in my window, can you tell me that you've never looked down my window?
Perhaps I have.
I know you, John. I can't dream, but I wake and I walk around the house as if I find you coming through some door.
Child.
How do you call me child?
Abby, think of you softly from time to time, but I would cut off my hand before I ever reached for you again. Now put it out of mind. We never touched.
I, but we did.
But we did not.
Oh, Oh, I marvel how such a strong man may bend such a sickly wife.
Dare not speak, Elizabeth.
She's blaspheming my name. She's telling lies about me. She's a cold, sniveling woman.
Do you look for women?
I look for John Proctor. I look for John Proctor that put knowledge in my heart. And now you've been tearing the light out of my eyes. I never knew what pretense Salem was. I cannot. You love me, John, and whatever sin it is, you still love me. Pity me. Pity me.
Oh, Lord forbid.
Mark it for a sign. Mark it!
That is a notorious sign of witchcraft for a prodigious sign.
My mother always told me that, but they cannot bear to hear the name of the Lord.
Oh, Rebecca, come to her for loss. Suddenly she cannot bear to hear the Lord's name. There is horror sickness here, Giles Corey, so please keep the quiet.
I haven't said a word. No one here can testify. Is she going to fly again? I hear she flies.
And be quiet now.
What have you done?
Pray, calm yourselves. I have 11 children. I am 26 times a grandmother. I have seen them all through their silly seasons, and when it's come on them, they will rather than temple bootlegged, keeping up with their mischief. I think she'll wake, and she tires of it. A child's spirit is like a child. You can never catch it by running after it. You must stand still. And for love, it will soon itself come back.
Aye, that's the truth, Rebecca.
This is no silly season, Rebecca. My Ruth is bewildered, Rebecca. She cannot eat.
Perhaps she's not yet hungry. Now, Mr. Paris, we are not decided to go in search of those spirits. I've heard promise of that outside.
There's wide pain running in the parish. The devil may be among us, and I would satisfy them that they are wrong.
We let you come out and call them wrong. Are you our minister or Mr. Hale? Did you consult with wardens of the church before you called this minister to look for devils?
He is not coming to look for devils.
Then what is he coming for?
There be children dying in the village.
I
sir.
see none die.
Hey, John, be calm. Now, Mr. Paris, I think it best you send the Reverend Hale back as soon as he comes. This will set us all to arguing in the society, and we were thought to have peace this year. Now, we ought to rely on Dr. Griggs and
Better
good
the doctor
Grey
back.
Apple. Then let us go to God for the cause of it. There is prodigious danger in the seeking of loose spirits. I fear it. I fear it. Let us rather blame ourselves.
How may we blame ourselves, Rebecca? I am one of 9 sons, the putnam seat of people in this province, and yet I have but one child left of age, and now she shrivels.
You cannot fathom that.
Do you think it's God's work that you never lose a child nor grandchild either, and I bury all but
When
one?
Reverend Hale comes, you will tell him to continue to look for signs of witchcraft.
You cannot command, Mr. Paris. We go by name in the society, not by acreage.
I've never heard you so worried by the society, Mr. Proctor. I do not think I've seen you at Sabbath meetings since snow flew.
I have trouble enough that I come 5 miles here and preach only hellfire and bloody damnation. There be many others that stay away from church these days because he hardly ever mentions God anymore.
Why not a drastic charge?
It is somewhat true. There are men in the quail to bring their children.
I do not preach for children, Rebecca. It is not children who are mindful of their obligations towards this ministry. Where is my wood? My contract provides that I can supply with all of my firewood. I am waiting since November for a stick, and even in November I had to show my frostbitten hands like some London beggar.
You are allowed 6 pounds a year to buy your wood, Mr.
My salary is little enough that I spend £6 on firewood. The salary is £66, Mr. Proctor. I am not some preaching farmer with a book under my arm. I am a graduate of Harvard College.
I am well instructed in mathematics.
You look far from a man of my kind at £66 a year, Giles Corey. I left the thrifty business in the Barbados to serve the Lord. I have not fathomed it. Why am I persecuted here? I do not understand it. I have often thought the devil may be among it somewhere.
Mr. Paris, you are the first minister that ever did demand a deed to this house.
I am your third preacher in 7 years. I do not wish to be put out like the cat who never the majority feels the wind. seem to not comprehend that in the parish the minister is the Lord's man. The minister is not to be so lightly crossed and contradicted.
Aye.
There is either obedience, or the church will burn like hellfire is burning.
You speak 1 minute of it land in hell, again I am sick of
I'm
hell.
not for you to say what is good for you to hear.
I may speak my heart, I think.
What are we, Quakers? We are not Quakers here yet, John Proctor. You can tell that to your followers.
My followers?
Aye, there is a faction in this church. I am blind to it. There's a faction in the party.
Against you.
Against him in all authority.
Why then I must find it and join
It
it.
does not mean that.
I mean it solemnly, Rebecca. I like not the smell of its authority. I've cropped a stone lumber to drag them. Now what say you, Giles? Let us find this party. He says there's a party.
I've changed my opinion of this man. Mr. Paris, I beg your pardon. I never thought you had so much iron in you.
Why, thank you, Giles.
It's just the mind what the trouble be among us all these years. Think on it. Wherefore everybody's suing everybody else. I've been in court 6 times this year.
Is it the devil's fault that a man cannot say a good morning that you clap him for defamation? You're getting old, Giles. You're not hearing as well as you did.
John Proctor, I've only last month collected £4 damages for you publicly saying I burned the roof on your house, and
I
I...
said no such thing, but I paid you for it, so I hope I call you deaf without charge. Now come along, help me drag my lumber home.
I'll be dead first.
A moment, Mr. Proctor. What lumber is that you're dragging home, if I may ask?
My lumber, from out my forest by the riverside.
But we are surely gone wild this year. What anarchy is this? That tract is in my bounds. It's in my bounds, Mr. Proctor.
You're bound. I bought off of good nurses 5 months ago.
He had no right to sell it. It stands clear in my grandfather's will of law.
Your grandfather had a willing land didn't belong to him either, if I may say it plain.
Ah, that's God's truth. He nearly whittled away my north pasture, but he knew I'd break his fingers off him before he ever set his name on it. Let's get your lumber home, John. I feel a sudden will to work coming on.
You load one over to mine and you'll fight to take it home.
I will win 2 putt with this fool and I. Come
I'll
on!
have my men on you, Corey, and I'll type a writ on you.
Someone take these.
Mr. Hill, good to see you. Why there?
Aye, they must be. They are weighted with authority.
Well, you compare.
We shall need hard study if it comes to tracking down the old boy.
Why? You cannot be Rebecca Nurse.
I am, sir. Do you know me?
It is strange how I know you, but I suppose you look such as a good soul should. We have all heard of your great charities in Beverly.
Why have you met Mr. Thomas Putnam and his good right man?
Well, I had not expected such distinguished company, sir.
It does not seem to help us today, Mr. Hale. We look to you to come to our home and help save our child.
Your child is too.
Her soul seems flown away. She cannot wake, but she walks.
She cannot eat.
Count, eat. Do you men also have afflicted
Oh,
children?
no, these men are farmers, and John Proctor
I
and
don't
Giles.
believe in witches.
Never spoken which is one way or another. Will you come, Giles?
No, John. I have some few queer questions of my own to ask this fellow.
You be a sensible man, Mr. Hale. Hope you leave something to Salem.
Will you look at my daughter, sir? We've discovered her this morning on the highway, waving her arms as though she could fly.
Tries to fly?
She cannot bear to hear the Lord's name, Mr. Hale. That is a sure sign of witchcraft.
No. Now, let me instruct you. Now, we cannot look into superstitions. The devil is precise. The marks of his presence are as definite as stone, and we must only look for the proper signs and judge nothing beforehand. And I hope you all believe me that I shall not continue if I be prepared to find no trace of hell in this.
It is agreed, sir, it is agreed. We'll abide by your judgment.
Good then. Now, sir, will you tell me what the beginnings were of this strangeness?
Why, sir, I discovered her this morning in the forest with my niece and 10 or 12 of the other girls dancing.
Dancing? You permit dancing?
No, it was secret.
Mr. Paris' slave has knowledge of conjuring,
We
sir.
cannot be sure.
I know it, sir. I sent my child. She should learn from Tituba, who murdered her sisters.
Could he end such a child to conjure the dead?
Let God blame me, not you, Rebecca. I'll not have you judging me anymore. Mr. Hale, is it natural work to have 7 children die before they live a day?
7 dead in childbirth?
Aye.
What book is that?
What's there, sir?
Why, here is all the invisible world, caught, defined, and calculated. Here the devil stands stripped of all his brute disguises. Have no fear now. If I find him out among us, I mean to crush him utterly if he has shown his face.
Will it hurt the child, sir?
I do not know. If the devil truly be within her grasp, then we shall have to rip and tear to set her free.
Then I think I will go. I am too old for this.
Why, Rebecca, we may get to open up the door with all our troubles today.
Let us hope for that. But I go to God for you, sir.
I hope you don't leave me so to safety here.
I wish I knew.
Mr. Hale! I've always wanted to ask such a word to man. What signifies the reading of strange books?
What books?
I cannot tell. She hides them.
Who does this?
Martha, my wife. I waked many times at night and found her in a corner, reading of a book. Now what do you make of that?
Why, that does not necessarily mean...
It discomforts me. Last night, mark this, I tried and could not say my prayers. And then she closed her book, walks out of the house, and all of a sudden, mark this, I could pray again.
Ah, the stoppage of prayer. That is indeed strange. I'd like to speak with you further on that, sir.
I'm not saying she touched the devil now, but I admire to know what books she reads and why she hides them. Shall I answer me, you see?
Aye, we shall speak upon it. Now mark me. If the devil truly be within her, you will witness some frightful wonders in this room, so please keep your wits about you. Mr. Putnam, stand close in case she flies. Now, Betty dear, will you sit up? Can you hear me, child? I've come to help you. My name is John Hale. I'm a minister of Beverly. I've come to help you, dear. Do you remember my two little girls in Beverly?
Why could it be me? Why would the devil choose my house to strike?
Why, what victory would the devil have to win a soul already had? It is the best that the devil wants. And who is better than the minister?
That's deep, Mr. Paris, deep.
Someone afflicted you, child. It need not be a woman, mind you, or a man. Perhaps some bird invisible to others. Perhaps a pig or any beast at all. Is there some figure that bids you fly? In nomine Domini Sabaoth si filique te ad infernos. Abigail, what sort of dancing were you doing with her in the forest?
Why, common dancing is all.
I think I ought to say I saw a kettle in the grass while they were dancing.
That were only soup.
Soup! What sort of soup were in this kettle, Abigail?
I believe it were beans and lentils
Mr.
and...
Paris, you did not notice, did you, any living things inside this kettle? A bird, perhaps? A spider? A frog?
That frog jumped in. We never put it in.
Frog, Abby!
We never put it in.
Abigail, it may be that your cousin is dying. Did you call the devil last night?
I didn't call him. Tituba called
She
him.
called the devil!
I should like to speak with Tituba.
Goody, Ann, will you break her up?
How did she call him?
I know not. She spoke Barbados.
Did you feel a sudden strangeness when she called him? A cold wind, perhaps, a trembling below the ground?
I never saw no devil.
Why are you concealing, Abigail? You cannot evade me. Did your cousin drink any of the brew inside that kettle?
No, she didn't.
Did you drink it?
No, sir.
Did Tituba ask you to drink it?
She tried, but I refused.
Why are you concealing? Have you sold your soul to Lucifer?
No, I never saw myself like a good girl. I did drink the kettle, but she made me do it. Heavy. She makes me drink blood.
Blood?
My baby's blood?
No, chicken blood. I get you chicken
Why
blood.
have you listed these children for the devil?
No, sir.
Why can she not wait? Are you silencing this child?
I love you.
You have sent your spirit out upon this child, have you not? Are you gathering souls for the devil?
Sometimes she sends her spirit upon me in church, and she makes me laugh at prayer.
She have often laughed at prayer.
Sometimes she comes to me in my sleep and makes me dream corruptions.
Happy, you beg me to conjure. She begged me mid-charm.
Sometimes I'll find myself in the middle
will lose her from it now when you compact with the devil.
Compact with the devil, sir!
You will confess to her, or I'll take you out and with me to your death!
And she must be taken in hand.
No, don't hate Tituba. I tell him I don't desire to work for him, sir.
Who? The devil? Now, Tituba, I know that when we bind ourselves to hell, it is very hard to break up it entirely, but we will help you tear yourself free. You would be a good Christian woman now, would you not, Tituba?
Aye, sir.
And you love these little children.
I don't desire to hurt these little children,
And you
sir.
love God, Tituba?
I love God with all my
Good,
being.
good. Now, in God's holy name,
Bless him, bless
and
him.
to his glory,
Eternal glory, bless him, bless
open
God.
yourself,
Bless
Tituba.
him. Eternal
Open
glory.
yourself, and
Bless
let
him.
God's holy
Bless
light
him, Lord.
shine upon you. Now, when the devil comes to you, does he ever come with another person? Someone that you know, someone in the village, perhaps.
Who came with him?
Sarah Good. Did you ever see Sarah Good with him?
Oh,
Osborne?
was it a man or a woman?
Was woman.
A woman, she says, what woman?
It was black dark, and I.
You said you could see him, why did you not see her?
They was always running around and carrying on, sir.
Running around? Salem witches?
I believe so. Yes, sir.
You must have no fear to tell us who they are. Do you understand, Tituba? The devil can never overcome a minister. You know that.
Aye, sir. I
You
do, sir.
have confessed yourself to witchcraft. And that speaks a wish to come to heaven's side. And we will bless you, Tituba. You are God's instrument, put in our hands to discover the devil's agents among us. You have been selected, Tituba, chosen by God to help us cleanse our village. So turn your back on him and face God, Tituba. Face God, and God will protect
Oh, God, protect Tituba!
Now, how many does the devil come to you? 2, 3, 4? How many?
There was 4.
Who came with him? What were their
Oh,
names?
how many times he bid me kill you, Mr. Paris?
Tell me.
He said, Mr. Paris must be killed. Mr. Paris, no goatly man. Mr. Paris, mean man, no gentle man. He bid me whiz out of my bed at night and cut your throat. I tell him, no, I don't take that man. I don't want to kill that man. But he say, you work for me, Tituba. I make you free. I give you pretty dress to wear, and I'm gonna send you high up in the air. You're gonna fly back home to Barbados. And I say, you lie, devil, you lie. But he come to me one stormy night and he say, look, I have white people who belong to me. And I look, and there was Goody Good.
Sarah Good.
Aye, sir. And Goody Osborne.
I knew it! I told you, Thomas, and I told you! Goody Osborne from midwife took me 3 times. I begged him not to call my babies when we shriveled in their arms.
Listen, Tituba, you must have no fear to tell us their names. Do you understand? Look at these little children. Look at their God-given innocence. Their souls are so tender. And now the devil is out feasting upon them like a beast upon the flesh of a pure lamb. God will bless you for your
I want to open myself. I danced with the devil.
Abigail.
I wrote his book. But I go back to Jesus. I kiss his hand. I saw Sarah Good with the devil. I saw Goody Osborne with the devil. I saw Bridget Bishop with the devil. I saw George Jacob with the devil.
Oh, she speaks!
Glory to God is broken. We are free.
I saw Goody Osborne.
keeps you so late? It's almost dark.
We're planting far out to the forest edge.
Oh, you're done then?
Aye, the farm is seeding. Boys asleep?
They will be soon.
Pray now for a fair summer.
Aye.
Are you well today?
I am. It is a rabbit.
Oh, is it? From Jonathan's trap?
Nope, she walked in this afternoon. I found her sitting in the corner like she'd come to visit.
That's a good sign walking in.
Pray God. Hurt my heart to strip her. Poor rabbit.
It is well seasoned.
I took great care. She's tender?
Aye. I think we'll see green fields soon. It's warm as blood beneath the clouds.
That's well.
If the harvest is good, I'll buy George Jacob's heifer. How would that please you?
It would.
I mean to please you, Elizabeth.
You know it, John.
Sorry?
Aye.
This farm's a common when you go foot by foot dropping seeds in it.
It must be.
On Sunday, let you come with me and we'll walk the fields together. I've never seen such a load of flowers on the earth. Massachusetts is a beauty in the spring.
Aye, it is.
I think you're sad again. Are you?
You come so late, I thought you'd gone to Salem this afternoon.
Why? I have no business in Salem.
You did speak of going earlier this week.
I thought better of it since.
Mary Warren's there today.
Why'd you let her go to Salem? You know I forbid her to go.
I couldn't stop her.
It is a fault, Elizabeth. You are the mistress here, not Mary Warren.
She frightened all my strength away.
How may that mouse frighten you, Elizabeth?
It is no mouse, no more. I forbid her go, and she raises up her chin like the daughter of a prince and says to me, I must go to Salem, goody proctor. I'm an official of the court now.
Court? What court?
Aye, it is a proper court they have now. They've sent 4 judges out of Boston, she says, weighty magistrates of the general court, and at the head sits the deputy governor of the province.
She's mad.
Would to God she were. There'd be 14 people in the jail now, she says. And they'll be tried. And the court have the power to hang them.
Never hang anybody.
The governor promised hanging if they'll not confess. Town's gone wild, I think. Mary Warren speaks of Abigail as though she were a saint to hear her. She brings the other girls into court, and where she walks, the crowd parts like the sea for Israel. And folks are brought before them. And if Abigail scream and howl and fall to the floor, the person's clapped in jail for bewitching her.
It's a black mischief.
I think you must go to Salem, John. I think you must tell them it is a fraud.
Aye. It is surely.
Let you go to Ezekiel Tudor. He knows you well, and tell him what she said to you last week at her uncle's house. She said it had naught to do with witchcraft, did she not?
Aye, she did. She did.
God forbid you keep that from the court, John. I think they must be told.
Aye, they must. They must. It is a wonder they do believe her.
I would go to Salem now, John. Let you go tonight.
I'll think on it.
You cannot keep it, John!
I know I cannot keep it. I said I will think on it.
Good then. Let you think on it.
I'm only wondering how to prove what she told me, Elizabeth. If the girl's a saint now, I think it not easy to prove she's fraud. She told me in a room alone. I have no proof for it.
You were alone with her?
For a moment alone, aye.
Why then it is not as you told me.
For a moment, I say. The others come in soon after.
Do as you wish then.
And when I'll have your suspicion.
I have no suspicions.
You doubt me yet?
John, if it were not Abigail that you must go to her, would you falter now?
Look, you.
You see what I see, John.
I have reason to think before I charge fraud on Abigail, and I will think on it. Let you look to your own improvement before you go to judge your husband anymore. I have forgot Abigail.
And I.
Spare me! You forget nothing and forgive nothing, woman. Learn charity. I have not gone tiptoe in this house all 7 months and she is gone. I haven't gone from there to there without, I think, to please you, and still an everlasting funeral marches around your heart. I cannot come into my house, but I'm doubted for lies, though I come into a court.
John, you are not open with me. You say you saw her in a crowd, and now you say...
I'll plead my honesty no more, Elizabeth.
John, I'm only...
No more! I should have roared you down when I first heard your suspicion. But I wilted. Like a Christian, I confessed. But you look sometimes for the goodness in me, and judge me not.
I do not judge you, John. I never thought you but a good man, only somewhat bewildered.
Oh, Elizabeth, your justice would freeze beer. How do you feel when I forbid it? Do you mock me? The women you dare leave this house again!
I am sick, Mr. Proctor. Pray hurt me not. My insides are all shuddering. I am in the proceedings all day,
And
sir.
what are the proceedings here? When will you proceed to keep this house, as you are paid £9 a year to do so? My wife not wholly well.
I made a gift for you today, Goody Proctor. I had to sit long hours in a chair and pass time of sewing.
Why, thank you. It is a fair pocket.
You must all love each other now, Goody Proctor.
Aye, indeed. Indeed we must.
I'll get up early in the morning and clean the house. I am asleep now.
Mary! Is it true there be 14 women arrested?
No, sir. There be 39 now.
Why, she's weeping. What ails you, child?
Goody Osborne will hang.
Hang, you say?
Aye.
And the deputy governor will permit it?
He sentenced her. He must. But not Sarah Good. For Sarah Good confessed, you see.
Confess to what?
And she sometimes made a compact with Lucifer and wrote her name in his black book with her blood and bound herself to torment Christians so God's them down it. And he almost worship hell forevermore.
But surely you know what a jabber she is. Did you not tell them that?
Mr. Proctor, in open court she nearly choked us all to death.
How choked you?
He sent her spirit out.
Why, Mary, surely...
She tried to kill me many times, Goody Proctor.
I never heard you mention that before.
I never knew it before. I never knew anything before. When she come to the court, I say to myself, I must not accuse this woman, for she sleep in ditches, and so very old and poor. But then she sit there, denying, and I feel a misty coldness climbing up my back, and the skin on my skull begin to creep. And then I feel a clamp around my neck, and I cannot breathe air. And then I hear a voice, a screaming voice, and it were my voice. And all at once I remember everything she ever done to me.
What did she do to you?
So many times, Mr. Proctor, she comes to this very door begging bread and a cup of cider. And mark this, whenever I turn her away empty, she mumbled.
Mumbled, she may mumble hungry.
But what does she mumble? You must remember, Goody Proctor, last month, a Monday, I think, she walked away and I thought my guts would burst for 2 days after. Do you remember it?
Why, I think I do, but
And so I told that to Judge Hawthorne. And he asked her so, Goody good, says he. What curse do you mumble that this girl must fall sick after turning away? She replies,
Why, Your Excellency, no curse at all.
I only hope to say my commandments. I hope I may say my commandments, says she.
And that is an upright answer.
Aye. But then Judge Danforth say, recite for us your commandments. And of all 10, she could not say a single one. She never knew no commandments, and they had her in a flat lie.
And so condemned her?
Why, they must have. She condemned herself.
On what proof?
I told you the proof. It's hard proof, hard as a rock, the judges said.
You will not go to that court again, Mary Warren.
I must tell you, sir, I will be gone every day from here on out. I am amazed you do not see what weighty work we do.
What work you do? It is strange work for Christian girls to hang old women.
But Mr. Proctor, they will not hang if they confess. Sarah Good will only sit in jail sometime. You must see it, sir. It's God's work we do. So, I'll be gone every day now. I'm an official of the court, they say, and I must do what I am told.
I'll official you.
I'll not say nothing no more, Mr. Proctor. The devil's loose in Salem, and we must discover where he's hiding.
I'll whip the devil out of you.
I saved our life today!
I am accused.
You are someone mentioned. But I said I'd never see no sign that you set your spirit out to hurt no one. And seeing I live so closely with you, they dismissed it.
Who accused me?
I'm bound by law. I cannot tell it. I hope you'll be sarcastical with me no more, sir. 4 judges and a king's deputy sat with us to dinner but an hour ago. I'll have you speak civilly with me from this act.
Go to bed.
I'll not be ordered to bed no more, Mr. Proctor. I am 18 and a woman, however single.
You wish to sit up and sit up.
I wish to go to bed.
Good night, then.
Good night.
Oh, the noose is up.
There will be no news.
She wants me dead. I knew all week it would come to
They
this.
dismissed it, you heard her say.
And what of tomorrow? She will call me out until they take me.
Sit down.
She wants me dead, John, and you
Say,
know it.
sit down. You must be wise.
Oh, indeed we must.
I'll find Ezekiel Cheever. I'll tell him she said or else for.
John, with so many in jail now, I think more than that is needed. Favor me with this. Go to Abigail.
What have I to say to Abigail?
John, grant me this. You have a faulty understanding of young girls. There is a promise made in any bed.
What promise?
Spoke or silent, promise is surely made. She may dote on it now, I'm sure she does. It means to kill me and take my place. It is her dearest hope. There be 1,000 names, why does she call mine? There be a certain danger in calling such a name. I'm no goody good who sleeps in ditches, nor goody Osborne, drunk and half-witted. She dare not call out a farmer's wife, yet there be monstrous profit. She thinks to take my place, John.
Cannot think it.
She cannot pass you in church but you blush.
I may blush for my sin.
I think she sees another meaning in that blush.
What see you? What see you, Elizabeth?
I think you be somewhat ashamed, for I am here and she so close.
And when will you know me where I stone I would have cracked for shame, he said, Mom.
Then go and tell her she's a whore. Whatever promise she may sense, break it, John, break it.
Good then. Good then, I'll go. I'll curse her out of the oldest cinder in hell, fear not. But I'll plead no more. I see now your spirit twist around the single air of my life, and I'll never tear it free.
You'll tear it free when you come to know that I will be your only wife or no wife at all. She has an arrow in you yet, John Proctor, and you know it well.
Good evening.
Mr. Hale, good evening.
I hope I have not startled you.
No, it's just that I heard no horse.
You are good wife Proctor, yes?
Hi, Elizabeth.
I hope you are not off to bed yet.
No, it is nice to visit after dark, but you're welcome, Mr. Hale. So, will you please sit down?
I will. Let you sit, good wife Proctor.
Will you drink cider, Mr. Hale?
Oh, no. It rebels my stomach, thank you. I have some further traveling yet to do tonight. I have some business with you, sir.
Business of the court?
No, I come alone, away from the court's authority, but, hear me, I know not if you are aware, sir, but your wife's name is mentioned in court.
We know, sir. Our Mary Warren told us.
I'm a stranger here, as you know, and in my ignorance, I find it hard to draw a clear opinion of those that come accused before the court. And so this afternoon and now tonight, I go from house to house. I just came back from Rebecca Nurse's house.
Rebecca's been charged?
Why, God forbid such a woman be charged, but she is, however, mentioned somewhat.
You'll never believe, I hope, that Rebecca trafficked with the devil.
Woman, it is possible.
You cannot think that, Mr. Hale.
It is a strange time, mister. No man may now deny that the powers of the dark are gathered in monstrous attack upon this village. There is too much evidence now to deny it. You'll agree, sir?
I have no knowledge of that line, sir, but it's hard to believe a woman so pious to be secretly a devil's bitch after 70 years of such good prayer.
But the devil is a wily one. You cannot deny it. However, she is far from accused, and I do not think she will be. Now, hear me, sir. I thought to put some questions as to the Christian character of this house, if you'll permit me.
You have no fear of questions, sir.
Good then. I note, sir, that in the book of record that Mr. Paris keeps that you hardly attend church on Sabbath day.
No, sir, you're
26 times in 17 months, sir. I must call that rare. Will you tell me why you're so absent?
Never knew must account to that man whether I come to church or stay at home, but my wife was sick this week.
So I am told. But you, sir, why did you not come alone?
I surely did come when I could, and when I could not, I prayed in this house.
Mr. Proctor, your house is not a church. Your theology must tell you that.
Aye, it does. It does, but it also tells me that a minister may pray to God that he have golden candlesticks upon the altar.
What golden candlesticks?
When we first built the church, there were pewter candlesticks upon the altar. Francis first made it, his sweeter hand never touched the metal. Then Paris came for 20 weeks and preached nothing but golden candlesticks until he had money. I work from blink of day to end of night, and when I see my money glaring up at his elbows, it hurt my prayer, sir. It hurt my prayer. Sometimes I think the man dreams cathedrals, not clapper meeting houses.
And yet, mister, a Christian on Sabbath day must be in church. Tell me, you have 3 children, yes?
Aye, boys.
How come only 2 are baptized?
I like it not that Mr. Paris lay his hand upon my baby. I see no light of God in that man. I'll not concede.
I must say, Mr. Proctor, that is not for you to decide. The man is ordained. Therefore, the light of God is within him.
What's your suspicion, Mr. Hale?
I have no
I
suspicion,
nailed the
sir.
roof upon the church. I hung the door.
Did you? Well, that's a good sign, then.
It may have been too quick to bring man to both, but I never thought we desired the destruction of religion. That is in your mind, is it not?
There is a softness in your record, sir, a softness.
I think perhaps we may have been too hard on Mr. Paris, but sure we never loved the devil here.
Do you know your commandments, Elizabeth?
I surely do. I am a covenanted Christian woman. There be no mark of blame upon my life.
Aye. And you, mister?
I'm sure I do, sir.
Let me repeat them, if you will.
The commandments?
Aye.
Thou shalt not kill.
Aye.
Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Thou shalt not hold no false witness, nor hold any graven image. Thou shalt honor thy mother and father, nor hold any other god before me. Thou shalt hold no graven image.
You've said that twice now, sir.
Aye.
Adultery, John.
Aye. You see, sir, but between the two of us, we surely know that I think it be a small fault.
Theology, sir, is a fortress. No crack in a fortress may be accounted small.
There be no love for Satan in this house.
I pray it dearly. Well then, I'll bid you good night, sir.
I think you are suspecting respect me somewhat, though, are you not?
Goody Proctor, I cannot judge you. I may add what I may to the godly wisdom of the court. I wish you both good luck and good fortune. Good night, sir.
I think you must tell him, John.
What's that?
Will you tell him?
I have no witness, but my word be taken. But I know the girl's sickness had not to do with witchcraft.
Not to do with
Aye.
witchcraft?
The girls were dancing in the woods, and Mr. Parris discovered them, and they were startled.
Who says this?
Abigail Williams.
Abigail.
Aye.
Abigail Williams said it had not to do with witchcraft.
Told me the night you came, sir.
What? Why did you conceal this, sir?
I never knew until today the world got daft with all this nonsense.
Nonsense? Mister, I myself have examined both Tituba and Sarah Good, and numerous others that have confessed to dealing with the devil.
And why not? If they will hang for denying it, there'd be them that would say anything before they hang. Have you ever considered that, Mr. Hale?
I have. But would you testify this before the court?
I had not reckoned going into court, but if I must, I will.
I think you
I falter nothing. But I wonder if the court would take my word when they suspicion a woman who has never lied. She's never lied, the world knows it. I may falter somewhat, but I am no fool.
Proctor, let me be open with me now, for I have heard a thing that greatly troubles me. It has been said, sir, that you hold no belief that there even may be witches in the world. Is this true, sir?
I know not what I have said, but I have often wondered if there be witches in this world.
So you do not believe that there be witches in this world?
The Bible speaks of witches, and I dare not deny them.
And you, woman?
I cannot believe.
You cannot!
If you bewilder him.
I cannot think that the devil may own a woman's soul when she keeps an upright way as I have. I am a good woman. I know it. And if you may think that I do only good work in the world and yet be secretly bound to Satan, then I must tell you, sir, I do not believe it.
But woman, you surely do believe that there be witches in the Bible.
If you think that I am one, then I say there are none.
But you fly against the gospel. The
She
gospel,
believes in
sir.
the gospel, every word.
Ask Abigail Williams about the gospel, not myself.
She believes in the gospel, sir. This is a Christian house.
God keep you both. Look, let the third child be quickly baptized, and let you both go each Sunday into Sabbath prayer, and keep a solemn, quiet way about you. If you keep
Jonas!
They take my wife and Rebecca Nurse.
Rebecca's in the jail?
John, Shiver, come and take her in the wagon. We've only now arrived at the jail, and they barely even allowed us in to see them.
You've surely gone wild now, Mr. Hale.
Mr. Harold, can you not speak to the deputy governor? He surely mistakes these people.
Please calm yourself, Mr. Nurse.
My wife is the very brick and mortar of this church. And Martha Corey, there cannot be a woman closer to God than Martha.
How is your wife charged, Mr. Nurse?
For murder, she is charged. For the marvelous and supernatural murder of Goody Putnam's babies. What am I to do, Mr. Hale?
Believe me, sir, if Rebecca Nurse be charged, then nothing's left to stop the whole green world from burning. But let your justice rest upon the justice of the court. The court will send her home. I know it, sir.
You cannot mean she will be tried in court.
How may such a woman murder children, Mr. Hale?
I never said my wife were a witch, Mr. Hale. I only said she were reading
What
books.
complaints were made on your wife, Mr. Corey?
That bloody Mongol Walcott charger. You see, he bought a pig off my wife 4 or 5 years ago, and the pig died soon after. So he come dancing in for his money back. And so my Martha, she said to him, Walcott, if you haven't the wit to feed a pig properly, you're not lived to a man, she said. And so he goes to court and claims that from that day to this, he cannot keep a pig alive for more than 4 weeks because my Martha bewitched him with her books.
Good evening. Good evening, John Proctor.
Ezekiel Cheever. Good evening.
Good evening, all. Mr. Hale.
I hope you not come on business of the court.
I do, John. Hi. I am clerk of the court now, you know.
It's a shame, Ezekiel, that an honest tailor might have gone to heaven, must burn in hell. You'll burn for this, do you know it?
You yourself know I must do as I'm told, Giles. You surely know that. Now believe me, Proctor, how heavy be the law. All its tonnage I do carry on my back tonight. I have a warrant for your wife.
What would say you? A warrant for my wife? You said she were not charged.
I know nothing of this. When was she charged, sir?
I am given 16 warrant tonight, sir. She is one.
Who charged you?
Why, Abigail Williams charged her.
Abigail Williams. On what proof? What proof?
Mr. Proctor, please, I have little time. The court bid me search your house, but I like not to search a house. So would you please hand me any poppets your wife may keep here?
Poppets?
I never kept no poppets, not since I were a girl.
I spy a poppet, Goody Proctor.
Why, this is Mary Warren's.
Would you please hand it to me?
Has the court discovered a text in poppets now?
Do you keep any others in this house?
No, nor that one either until tonight. What signifies a poppet?
Oh, well, a poppet may signify that, a poppet. Now, woman, would you please come with me?
You will not. Fetch Mary here.
No, I am forbid to leave her from my sight.
You leave her out of sight and out of mind, mister. Fetch Mary here.
What signifies a poppet, Mr. Cheever?
Well, you see, they say it may signify that she... Why, this...
What's there?
A needle! Will it is a needle!
Needle? And what signifies a needle?
Oh, this go hard with her, Proctor. I had my doubts, Proctor, but here's calamity. You see it, sir, it is a needle!
What meaning has this?
The girl! The Williams girl. Abigail Williams, sir. She sat to dinner at Reverend Parris's house tonight, and without word nor warning, she falls to the floor like a struck beast, he says. Scream to scream that a bull would weep to hear. And as he goes to save her, he finds buried 2 inches deep in the flesh of her belly a needle. And demanding of her how she come to be so stabbed, she testify it were your wife's familiar spirit pushed it in.
She's done it herself. I hope you're not taking this for proof, Mr. Hale.
'Tis hard proof. I find here a poppet Goody Proctor keeps. I have found it, sir, and in the belly of the poppet a needle stuck. Now I tell you true, Proctor, I never warranted to see such proof of hell, and I...
Here now! Mary, how did this poppet come into my house?
What poppet's that, sir?
It's your poppet, is it not?
It is, sir.
And who stuck the needle in?
Why, I believe I did, sir.
There you have it, sirs.
Mary Warren, a needle have been found inside this poppet.
Why, I meant no harm by it, sir.
Child, are you sure this be your natural self? Are you sure even now nobody conjures you to say this?
Conjures me? Why, no, sir. I am entirely myself, I think. Lady Susanna Walcott. She saw me sewing it in court. Ask Abby. Abby sat beside me when I made it.
Bid him out, mister. Bid him be gone.
What signifies needle?
Mary, you charge a cold and cruel murder on Abigail.
Murder? I charge you.
Abigail Williams were stabbed tonight. A needle have been found inside her belly.
And she charges me.
Aye.
Why, the girl is murdered. She must be ripped out of this world.
You've heard that, sir? Ripped out of the world. Willard, you've heard it?
Yes, sir. Out with you!
Proctor, you dare not.
Out with you!
You've ripped the deputy
Get the governor's warrant out of my house!
Proctor!
Get she gone with him! You're a broken minister!
Proctor, if she's innocent, the
If
court...
she is innocent, why do you never wonder if Paris be innocent? Or Abigail? Is the accuser always holy now? Were they born yesterday as clean as God's fingers? We always were in Salem, but naked now. And now the crazy little children are jangling the keys to the kingdom, and common vengeance writes the law.
John.
This warrant is vengeance, and I will not give my wife to vengeance.
I'll go, John.
You will not go!
John! Oh, John! You cannot do this, John! I've got 9 men outside, John. The law binds me, John. I cannot budge.
You will see her taken. Pontius Pilate! God will not let you wash your hands of this.
I think I must go, John. There. There's bread enough for the morning. We'll bake in the afternoon. Treat Mr. Proctor as though you were his daughter. You owe me that and so much more. When the children wake, speak nothing of witchcraft. It will only frighten them.
We'll bring you home. We'll bring you soon.
John, bring me soon.
We'll fall like an ocean onto that court. Fear nothing.
I will fear nothing. When the children wake, tell them I have gone to visit someone sick.
And yet, silent minister, it is fraud. You know it is fraud. What keeps you mad?
Lord will not chain her wound! Lord will not have a damn you, man!
John, for God's sake, John, I cannot help myself. I must chain them all.
I will pay you, Lord. I will surely pay you.
Keep you inside this house until I'm gone. Man, are you blind?
Mr. Proctor. Out of my sight!
Charity, Proctor, charity. What I have heard tonight in her favor, I will have no fear to testify before the court. God help me, I cannot judge her guilty nor innocent. I know not.
You are a coward. Though you be ordained in God's own tears, you are a coward now.
I do not think God be provoked so grandly by such a petty cause, Proctor. The jails are packed. Our greatest judges now sit in Salem, and hanging's promised, man. Was there murder done, perhaps, and never brought to light? Some secret blasphemy, some abomination that stinks to heaven? Let you all think on cause and help me to discover it. Let you all think upon your village now, and what may have drawn from heaven such thundering wrath upon you all. I shall pray God open our eyes.
I never heard no murder done in Salem. Leave me, Francis. Leave me.
John, tell me, are we lost?
I know not, Johns. Go home.
What do you think on it? We'll come early, eh?
Night. Good night. See you tomorrow, Johns.
Mr. Proctor, very likely they'll let her come home once they're given proper evidence.
You will go to that court with me, Mary Warren. You'll tell them what you know.
I cannot charge murder on Abigail.
You will go with me to that court and you'll tell them how that poppet came in my house and who stuck the needle in.
She'll kill me for saying that. Abby will charge lechery on you, Mr. Proctor.
She's told you?
I have known it, sir. She'll ruin you with it. I know she will.
Good. Then her sainthood is done with. We'll slide together into our pit. We'll tell them what you know.
I cannot. They'll turn on
You
me.
will make your peace with it. My wife will never die from me. I will bring your guts into your mouth, but that woman will never die from you.
I cannot do it.
You will make your peace with it. Make your peace!
I cannot, please.
Peace! We are where we always were in Salem. But naked now. And the wind, God's icy wind will blow.
I cannot do it. I cannot do it.
Now, Martha Corey, there is abundant evidence in our hands to show that you have given yourself to the reading of fortunes. Do you deny it?
I am innocent to a witch. I know not what a witch is.
How do you know then that you are not a witch?
If I were, I would know it.
Why do you hurt these children?
I do not hurt them, I scorn it!
I have evidence for the court! You will keep your seat! Thomas Putnam is reaching out for land!
Remove that man, Marshal!
I have evidence! Why will you not hear my evidence? Stop! Stop! He's an old man!
Sorry.
Get me out of this! Be calm! A moment,
You're not going to hand in the court!
A moment, sir.
You, Mr. Hale, go in there and demand I speak.
A moment, sir. A moment.
They're hanging my wife!
How dare you come roaring into this court? Are you gone daft, Corey?
You're not a Boston judge yet.
Who is this man?
Giles Corey, sir, and more contentious.
I am asked the question and I am old enough to answer it. My name is Corey, sir. Giles Corey. I have 600 acres and timber in addition. It is my wife you be condemning now.
And how do you intend to support her cause with such contemptuous right? Now be gone. Your old age alone keeps you out of jail for this.
You're telling lies about my wife, sir,
And you take it upon yourself to decide what the court shall see and the court shall set aside?
Your Excellency, we mean no disrespect.
Disrespect, indeed. It is disruption, mister. This is the highest court of the supreme government of this province. Do you know it?
Your Excellency, I only said you were reading books, sir, and they come and take her out of my house.
What books?
It is my third wife, sir! And I never had such a wife that be so taken with books, and so I thought to find the cause of it. Do you understand? Anybody would know which I blamed her for. I have broke charity with the woman. I have broke charity with her.
Excellency, he claims hard evidence for his wife's defense. I think in all
Then let him
justice...
submit his evidence in proper affidavit. You are certainly aware of our procedures here, Mr. Hale. Clear this room.
Come on, Giles.
We are desperate, sir. We come here 3 days and cannot be heard.
Who is this man?
Francis Nurse, Excellency.
His wife, Rebecca, that were condemned this morning.
Indeed. I am amazed to find you in such uproar. I only have good report of your character, Mr. Nurse.
I think they must both be arrested in contempt, sir.
You write your plea and in due
Excellency,
time.
we have proof for your eyes. God forbid you shut them to it. The girls, sir, the girls are frauds.
What's that?
We have proof of it, sir. They are deceiving you.
This is contempt, sir. Contempt.
Please, Judge Hawthorne. Do you know who I am, Mr. Nurse?
I surely do, sir. And I would think you to be a very wise judge to be what you are.
And do you know that near 400 are in prison from Marblehead to Lynn and upon my signature, and 72 condemned to hang by that signature?
Excellency, I never thought to say this to such a weighty judge, but you are deceived.
Your Honor. Mary Ward, what are you about?
She can speak with the deputy governor. Did you not tell me Mary Warren were sick in bed?
She were, Your Honor. When I go to fetch her to court last week, she say she was sick.
She has been striving with her soul all week, Your Honor, and she comes now to tell the truth to you.
Now, who is this man?
John Proctor, sir. Elizabeth Proctor is my wife.
Beware this man, Your Honor. This man is mischief.
Excellency, I think in all justice, you must hear the girl, sir.
Peace! Mary Warren, what would you tell us?
She never saw no spirits, sir.
Never saw no spirits.
Never.
She signed a deposition.
No, I accept the depositions. Tell me, Mr. Proctor, have you given this story out to the rest of the village?
We have not.
They have come to overthrow the
Mr.
court.
Harris! Mr. Proctor, are you aware that the entire contention of the state in these trials is that the voice of heaven is speaking through these children?
I know that, sir.
And you, Mary Warren, how came you to cry witchery out on others?
They were pretense, sir.
I cannot hear you.
We're pretense, she says.
Pretense! And the others, Susanna Walcott and the other girls, they were all also pretending?
Aye, sir.
Indeed. Now, before I decide whether I shall hear you or not, it is my duty to tell you this. We burn a hot fire here, it melts away all concealment. So are you certain in your conscience that your evidence is the truth?
It is, sir. It is, and you will know it surely.
I came at you
You came here to declare this revelation to the open court?
I thought I would, sir.
Now,
With your permission.
what is your purpose in doing so?
Why, free my wife, sir.
There lurks nowhere in your heart or in your spirit a reason to undermine this court.
No, sir.
I'll tell you, Mr. Proctor, I have seen marvels in this courtroom. I have seen people choked before my very eyes by spirits. I have seen them punctured by pins and slashed by daggers, and I have not, up until this very moment, had a reason to suspect that these girls may be deceiving me. Do you understand my meaning?
Excellency, does it not strike upon you that these women have lived such long lives, such an upright...
Do you read the gospel, Mr. Proctor?
I read the gospel.
I think not. Or else you should surely know that Cain were an upright man, and he did kill Abel.
Aye, God tells us that. But who tells us that Rebecca Nurse sent her spirit about 7 children to murder them?
Mm-hmm.
It is the children only, and this one will swear she lied to you.
Judge Hawthorne, is Mr. Proctor's wife the one?
Aye, sir, she is.
Mr. Proctor, this morning your wife sent me a claim in which she states she's pregnant.
My wife pregnant?
We've done examinations, there be no proof for it, and we've...
But if she says she's pregnant, then she must be. That woman has never lied, Mr. Danforth.
She will not.
Never, sir, never.
Mr. Proctor, if I should tell you that I will let her be kept another month, and if she begins to show her natural signs, you will have her yet living another year. Come, man, you say your only purpose is to save your wife. Well, she is saved for a year, and a year is long. Come now. Will you drop this charge?
I think I cannot.
Then your purpose is somewhat larger.
They have come to overthrow the court, Your Honor.
These are my friends, sir. They're
I judge you
alive.
not, sir. Sit down. I'm ready to hear your evidence.
I cannot limit the courts.
Marshal, go into court and be Judge Sutton and George Sewell declare recess for 1 hour. Let them go to the tavern if they will. But all witnesses and prisoners are to be kept in the building.
If you forgive me, sir, I've known this man all my life. It is a good man.
I'm sure of it, Marshal. Now, what information do you have for us, Mr. Pears? Mr. Proctor, excuse me.
Well, no lawyer, so I hope I can...
The pure of heart need no lawyers. Proceed as you will.
We read this first, sir? It's a sort of testament. The people signing it declare their good opinion of my wife and Rebecca Nurse and Martha Corey.
Their good opinion.
These are all covenant people, landholding farmers and members of the church. And you'll see they've known the women many years and never saw no signs of dealings with the devil.
How many names are on here?
91, Excellency.
These people should be brought in for questioning.
Mr. Danforth, I have given these people my word that no harm would come to them for signing
This is a clear attack upon the court.
Is every defense an attack upon the court? Can no one...
All the English people are happy for the courts in Salem. These people are gloomy for it. I think you should want to know what discontents them with you.
I think they ought to be examined, sir.
It's not necessarily an attack yet.
These are covenant Christians.
Then I'm sure they may have nothing to fear. Mr. Cheever, have warrants drawn out for these people.
Not
Arrests for examination. Now, what other information do you have for us, Mr. Proctor? You may sit down, Mr. Nurse.
I brought trouble on these people.
No, then you have not brought trouble upon these people if they are of good conscience. But you must remember, sir, you are either counted with this court or you must be counted against it. There is no road in between. I see she is not hardy.
No, she's not. Mary, you must remember what the angel Raphael said to the boy Tobias. Remember it.
Aye.
Do that which is good, and no harm shall come to thee.
Come, man, we wait you.
John, my deposition, give him mine.
Aye. This is Mr. Corey's deposition, sir.
Oh,
What lawyer drew that, Corey?
You know I never hired no lawyer in my life. Hawthorne.
this is very well phrased, Mr. Corey. My compliments. Mr. Paris, Mr. Putnam is in the courtroom. Can you please bring him in? You have no legal training, Mr. Corey.
I have the best, sir. I'm 33 times in court and always plaintiff too.
Then you are much put upon.
I'm never put upon. I know my rights, and I like to have them. You know, your father tried a case of mine, might be 35 years ago, I think.
Indeed.
He never spoke to you about it?
No, sir, I cannot recall it.
That's strange. You were a fair judge, your father. He gave me £9 damages. You see, there was this fellow with the white mare, and there he is!
Mr. Putnam, we have here an accusation against you from Mr. Corey. Mr. Corey states that you coldly prompted your daughter to cry witchery out on George Jacobs, who is now in jail.
It is a lie.
Mr. Putnam states your charge is a lie. What say you to that?
A fart on Thomas Putnam, that's what I say to that!
But what proof do you submit with your evidence, sir?
The proof is there! If Jacobs hangs for a witch, he forfeit up his property, that's law. And there is none but Putnam with the coin to buy so great a peace. This man is killing his neighbors for their land.
But proof, sir, proof.
The proof is there! I heard it from an honest man who heard Putnam say it. The day his daughter cried out on Jacobs, he said she'd given him a fair gift of his land.
And the name of this man?
What name?
The man that gave you this information?
Why, I cannot give you his name.
And why not?
You know well why not. He lay in jail if I give you his name.
This is contempt of the court, Mr. Danforth.
You will surely tell us his name.
I will not give you no name. I mentioned my wife's name once, and I will burn in hell long enough for that. I stand mute.
Then I have no choice but to arrest you for contempt of court. Do you understand that?
This is a hearing. You cannot arrest me for contempt of a hearing.
It is a proper lawyer.
Indeed.
Do you wish me to declare this court in full session, or will you give me a good reply?
I will not give you no name, sir. I will not. I stand mute.
You are a foolish old man, Mr. Corey. Mr. Cheever, begin the record. The court is now in session. I ask you, Mr. Corey.
Yes, in confidence, Your
The
Honor.
devil lives in such confidences. Without confidence, there can be no conspiracy, Your Honor.
I think it must be broken, sir.
If your informant speaks true, let him come here openly like a decent man. But if he lies in anonymity, I must know why. Now the Central Church and State demanded you the name who outed Thomas Putnam, a common murderer.
Excellency,
Mr. Hale.
we cannot blink it more, sir. There is a prodigious fear of this court in the country.
Then there's a prodigious guilt in this country. Are you afraid to be questioned here, Mr. Hale?
I may only fear the Lord, sir, but there is a fear in the country nevertheless.
Reproach me not with fear in the country. There's a fear in the country because there's an active plot to topple Christ in this country.
It does not follow that everyone accused be a part
No one corrupted man may fear this court, Mr. Hale. None. Mr. Corey, you are under arrest for contempt of court. Now sit you down and take counsel with yourself, or you'll be sent to jail if you decide to answer all further questions.
I'll kill you, Thomas Putnam.
No, Giles.
I'll punch your throat. I'll spill over the dust all over the godforsaken woods. I'll bury you dead. Say no more, John. He's only playing you. He means to hang us all.
This is a court of law, sir. I'll have no effrontery here.
Peace for his old age, sir. Peace, child, to prove it all now. Mary, you must not weep. You must remember the angel. You must remember what he said to the boy. Remember it. There is your rock. Your Honor, this is Mary Warren's deposition. I hope when you read it, you remember that you were no different 2 weeks ago than the girls were today. You heard her scream. She howled. She cried. Familiar spirits choked her. She even testified that Satan, in the form of women now in jail, sent their spirit out upon her. And when
Y'all know this.
Aye, sir. And she swears now she never saw Satan nor any spirits, vague or clear, that Satan may have sent to harm her. She swears her friends are lying now.
Excellency, I think this goes to the heart of the matter, sir.
It surely does.
I cannot say he's an honest man. I know him little. But in all justice, sir, a claim so weighty cannot be argued by a farmer. I pray you stop this, send him home, and let him come again with a lawyer.
Now look you, Mr. Hale.
Excellency, I have signed 72 death warrants. I am a minister of the Lord, and I dare not take a life without there be proof so immaculate not the slightest qualm of conscience may doubt it.
Mr. Hale, you surely do not doubt my justice.
Just this morning, I have signed away the soul of Rebecca Nurse, Your Excellency. And my hand still shakes, as yet with a wound. I pray you, sir, this argument let lawyers present to you.
Mr. Hale, I have been 32 years at the bar, sir, and I would be confounded were I called upon to defend these people. Now, look you, Mr. Hale, in an ordinary crime, how does one defend the accused? One calls up witnesses, declares innocence, but witchcraft is an invisible crime. Therefore, who may possibly bear witness to it? The witch and the victim, none other. Now, we cannot hope the witch will accuse herself, granted. Therefore, we must rely upon the testimony of her victims. And the victims surely testify, but the victims certainly do testify. Now, what is left for a lawyer to bring out? I think I've made my point, have I not?
But this child claims that the girls are
That is
children.
exactly what I'm about to consider, sir.
Let you consider it then.
And let you put your heart at rest. Deposition.
Mr. Danforth, I should like to
Mr.
question.
Mr. Parrish, would you please sit down? Mr. Proctor, you do likewise. Mr. Cheever, go into the courtroom and bring the children in. Mary Warren, how came you to this turnabout? Has Mr. Proctor ever threatened you for this deposition?
No, sir.
Has he ever threatened you?
No, sir.
Has he ever threatened you?
No, sir.
So you are to tell me, as you said in my courtroom, callously lying when you knew people would hang by your evidence? Answer me!
I did, sir.
How were you instructed in your life? Do you not know that God damns all liars? Or is it now that you lie?
I cannot lie no more, sir. I am with God now.
You are with God now.
Aye, sir.
Mary Warren, I will tell you this. You were either lying then, or you are lying now. In either case, it is perjury, and you will go to jail for it. You cannot lightly say you lied, Mary Warren. Do you understand that?
I cannot lie no more, sir. I am with God now. I am with God now.
Ruth Putnam's not in the court, sir, nor the other children.
These children will suffice. Sit you down, children. Mary Warren has given us a deposition in which she states she never saw familiar spirits, apparitions, nor any manifest of the devil. She also claims you have not seen these things either. Now, children, this is a court of law, the law based on the Bible, and the Bible written by Almighty God, forbid the practice of witchcraft and prescribe death, the penalty thereof. Now, children, the law and Bible also damn all liars. Now, it does not escape me that this deposition may have been sent here to fool us. It may very well be that Mary Warren has been conquered by Satan and has been sent here to blind us from our sacred purpose. If that is true, her neck will break for it. But if she speaks true, I bid you drop your guile now and confess your pretense, for a quick confession will go easier with you. Abigail Williams, rise. Is there any proof in this?
No, sir.
Well, either you change your stance now, or will you force me into hard questioning?
I have not to change. She lies.
You will still go with this.
Aye, sir.
A poppet were discovered at Mr. Proctor's home, stabbed by a needle. Mary Warren states that you sat in the courtroom when she made it, and that you saw her stick the pin in for safekeeping. What say you to that?
It is a lie, sir.
When you worked for Mr. Proctor, did you see any poppets in his house?
Goody Proctor always kept poppets.
Oh, I've never kept no poppets, sir. Mary Warren confesses it were her papa.
Your Excellency.
Mr. Cheever?
When I spoke with Goody Proctor in that house, she said she never kept no poppets, but she said she did keep poppets when she were a girl.
She's not been a girl these 15 years, Your Honor.
But a poppet will keep 15 years, will it not?
Aye, it'll keep fit as kept. Mary Warren confesses she never saw no poppet in my house, nor anyone else.
Could it be said that there was a poppet no one ever saw?
There must be 2 golden candlesticks in my house, Mr. Paris, but no one has ever seen them.
Your Honor, we are here precisely to discover what no one has ever seen.
Your Honor, what may Mary Warren profit by this turnabout? What may she gain but hard questioning or worse?
You are charging Abigail Williams with a cruel, marvelous plot to murder. Do you understand that?
I do, sir. I do believe she intends to murder.
This child would murder your
There's no
wife.
child, sir. Inside the congregation, she heard twice put out this year for laughter during prayer.
Laughter during prayer?
Excellency!
Do you deny it?
I do believe it happened once. She is sometimes silly, but she is solemn now.
Aye, now she is solemn and goes to hang people.
Quiet, man!
Surely it have no bearing on the question, sir. He charges contemplation of murder.
Aye, but it does strike hard upon me that she will laugh during prayer. Continue, Mr. Proctor.
There you know. Tell the governor how you dance.
Excellency, ever since I come to see
A
you,
moment,
laughing at your
sir!
name.
What is this dancing?
Mr. Proctor.
Abigail has led the girls to the woods, Your Honor, and they have danced there naked.
Excellency.
Mr. Paris discovered them in the dead of night. There's the child she is.
Mr. Paris?
I can only say, sir, that I never saw them naked, and this man is callously
You
lying.
have discovered them dancing in the woods! Abigail!
Excellency, I must say it. When I arrived from Beverly, Mr. Paris told me that.
Do you deny this?
I do not, sir, but I can never say that I saw them naked.
Aye, they have danced.
Aye, sir.
Excellency, will you permit me?
Pray, proceed.
You say you never saw no spirits, Mary, were never threatened nor afflicted by the devil or the devil's agents,
No, sir.
and yet, when confronted by people accused of witchcraft in court, you would faint, saying that their spirits would come out of their bodies and choke you.
Pretense, sir.
I cannot hear you.
Pretense.
But you did turn cold, did you not? I myself picked you up many times and your skin were icy. Mr. Danforth.
I've seen that many
They're
times.
pretending, Your Honor. They're all marvelous pretenders.
Then can she pretend to faint now?
Now?
Why not? For no one in this room is accused of witchcraft and she cannot be attacked. Let herself pretend she is cold. Let herself pretend she's attacked. Let her faint. Faint!
Faint.
I faint! Prove to us how you pretended in the court so many times.
We cannot faint now, sir.
You not pretended?
I have no sense of it now.
Why? What is lacking now?
I cannot tell, sir.
Perhaps could it be that in the courtroom there were afflicting spirits, but in this room there are none?
I never saw no spirits.
Then see no spirits now and prove to us how you can faint on your own will as you claim.
I cannot do it.
Then you will confess, will you not? Attacking spirits made you to faint?
No, sir,
Excellency, this is a trick to blind the court.
It's not a trick. I used to faint because I thought I saw spirits.
Thought you saw
But
them.
I did not, Your Honor.
How can you think you saw them unless you saw them?
I cannot tell, sir. But I heard the other girls scream, and you, Your Honor, you seemed to believe them, and they were only sport in the beginning. But then the whole world cried, spirits, spirits, and I promise you, Mr. Danforth, I only thought I saw them, but I did not.
Surely your Excellency is not taken by this simple lie.
Abigail Williams, I bid you search your heart, child, and tell me this, and beware of it. To God, every soul is precious, and vengeance is quick upon those who take life without cause. Is it possible that the things that you saw were some illusions, some deceptions played across
I
your
have been
mind?
hurt, Mr. Danforth. I have seen my blood running out. I've been close to murder every day because I've been doing my duty of pointing out the devil's people. And this is my reward?
She is cold, Your Honor. Touch her.
Mary, do you accept this shadow on me?
Lord save me. I'm free as I'm free. Abby, don't do that.
We're pretending.
Oh, Heavenly Father, take away this child.
How dare you call heaven?
Man, what do you call a child?
Oh, now here.
You charge Abigail Williams.
Mark her. Now she'll suck a scream to stab me with, but you will believe me.
You will prove this. This will not pass.
It's lying, Mr. Danforth.
I have known her, sir. I have known her.
You are a lecher.
John, you cannot. No, Francis. It is true. She will deny me. You will believe me, sir, for a man will not throw away his good name. You know it, surely.
In what time? In what place?
In the proper place. Where my beasts are bed. 8 months. It is 8 months now, sir. She used to work for me in my house. And a man may think God sees, but God sees everything. I know it now. My wife took her in. And soon after put her out on the high road, being what she is, a lump of vanity, sir. She thinks to dance with me on my wife's grave. And well she might. For I thought of her softly. God help me, I lusted. There is a promise in such sweat. But it is a whore's vengeance, and I hope you see it now. I set myself entirely in your hands. My wife is innocent, if she no more when she sees me.
You deny every scrap of this.
If I must answer that, I will leave and I will not come back.
Does not deny it.
You stay where you are. Sit you down, Mr. Hale. Mr. Paris, go into the courtroom and bring Goodwife Proctor in. And Mr. Paris, speak not one word that has happened in here and knock before you enter. We shall get to the bottom of the swamp. Your wife, you say she's an honest woman.
I, in her life, she never lied. Every night, cannot dance, and cannot weep. My wife cannot lie, so.
And when she dismissed Abigail Williams, she dismissed her for a harlot.
Aye, sir.
And knew her for a harlot.
She knew her for a harlot, sir.
Good then. And child, if it were for harlotry, may God spread his mercy upon you. Oh! Abigail Williams, step down. Turn your back. You do likewise, Mr. Proctor. Mary Warren, sit you down. No one is to turn to face Goody Proctor, and no one is to say a word or gesture aye or nay when she is in the room. Enter. Mr. Cheever, record this testimony in all its exactness. Are you ready, sir?
Ready, sir.
Come here, woman. Look at me, not at your husband, in my eyes only.
Good, sir.
You're given to believe that at one point you dismissed your servant, Abigail Williams.
That is true, sir.
For what cause did you dismiss her? Look at me. This answer lies in your mind alone, and you need no help to give it to me.
She dissatisfied me and my husband.
In what way did she dissatisfy you?
She were...
Look at me. Was she slovenly? Was she lazy? What disturbance did she cause?
Your Honor, in that time I was sick, and my husband is a good and righteous man, sir, never drunk as some are, nor wasting his time at the shovelboard, but always at his work. And in my sickness, you see, sir, I were a long time sick after my last baby, and I thought I saw my husband somewhat turning from me. And this girl,
Look at me.
I, sir, Abigail Williams.
What of Abigail Williams?
I came to think he fancied her. And so I lost my wits, I think, and put her out on the high road.
And your husband, did he indeed turn from you?
My husband is a goodly man.
Then he did not turn from you.
He...
Answer my question. To your knowledge, has John Proctor ever committed the crime of lechery? Is your husband a lecher?
No, sir.
Remove her.
Elizabeth, tell the truth.
She has spoken. Remove her.
I didn't know.
She only thought to save my name, sir. Your Excellency, it is a natural lie to tell. I beg you, stop now before another is condemned.
I may shut my conscience to it no more. There is private vengeance working through this testimony. So please, sir, I believe this man now. I believe him. By my oath to heaven, I believe him, sir. So I pray you, sir, call back his wife and let
She spoke nothing of lechery, and this man lies.
I believe him now. And this girl's always struck me as false, sir.
What's wrong with you? What's there?
Why do you come together with her?
Where's the bird? I see no bird.
My face! My face!
Mr. Hill, do you see a bird?
My God, Mary, my face! You should know what to tear it! Envy is a deadly sin, Mary! Abby! Oh, it's a black mark to change your shape, and I will not stop my back in his bones! Where are you? Abby, I'm here!
Send me Mr. Danforth.
She's stretching her claws.
Please don't put down! Please don't hurt me! Don't hurt me!
You send your spirit off and
Don't leave them, sir.
She sees nothing! She sees nothing!
Abby, you mustn't.
Abby, you mustn't!
I'm here, I'm here.
I'm here! I'm here!
You have seen the death of Abby, and you have contacted the news of her.
Mr. Danforth! Mr. Danforth!
You have seen the devil, have you not? Why do they only repeat you?
There's Gordon! There's Gordon! Abby stole it! Abby stole it! Stole it!
How long ago you were inflicted? Now it seems you inflict others. Where did you find this power?
I have no power! I have no power!
Goddamn Saturday!
You have most certainly seen the devil. You will not deny this.
Mary, goddamn liar, Mary!
What did you say? You will be open with me, or you will hang. Do you hear me? You will be open with me, or you will hang.
Remember the angel. Remember what he said to the boy.
She's spreading her wings! Oh, please don't come down! She's walking to me! She's coming down!
Mary.
No! No! Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
Mary!
No! 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 You are the devil's man! No!
He comes at me every night to sign.
The devil's book? He come with a book?
My name. He wants my name. I'll murder you, he says. My wife hangs. We must go over here with the court, he says.
Mr. Hale.
His eyes were like coals, and he waked me by night, and his fingers claw my neck, and I sighed.
Excellency, this child's gone wild.
Mary.
No! I'll go your way no more. I love God. I bless God.
What are you? You are combined with Antichrist, are you not? You will not deny this power.
This is not witchcraft! These girls are frauds! You can deny
Look at Mr. Hale! Will you confess yourself a foul of hell, or you keep this black allegiance yet? What do you say?
I say, God is dead.
Hear it.
A fire is burning. I hear the boots of blues, for I see his filthy face, and it is my face and yours, Danforth. For those that quill and bring man out of ignorance, as you have quilled, as I have quilled, and you all quill now, and you know in your black hearts that this is fraud. God damns our kind especially. We will burn. We will burn together.
Marshal, take him to Giles in jail.
I denounce these proceedings. I quit this court!
You are pulling him down and raising him up.
Mr. Hale! Mr. Hale!
Amen.
Sarah, hey. Sarah, good. Wake up, Sarah. Hey. Hey, Tituba. Hey, Tituba.
Majesty, come in. Tituba is here. His Majesty's come.
Hey. Go to the north cell. This place is wanted now.
That will elect me His Majesty, elects me the Marshal.
Hey, let's get you going. Come on, let's go.
Oh, is it you, Marshal? I thought sure you'd be the devil coming for us. But I have a simple cider for me going away.
Oh, and where are you off to, Sarah?
We going to Barbados. Soon the devil gets here with the feathers and the wings.
Oh, happy voyage to you.
A pair of bluebirds winging southerly the two of us. It would be a grand transformation, Marshal.
Hey, best believe me that, you'll never rise off the ground.
I'll speak to him for you if you desire to come along, Marshal.
Tituba, I wouldn't decline your request. And it's the proper morning to fly into hell.
No, there ain't no hell in Barbados. The devil, him be a pleasure man in Barbados. Him be singing and dancing in Barbados. You folks rouse him up around here. Be too cold around here for that old boy. He frees his soul in Massachusetts, but in Barbados, he's just as sweet. Yes, sir, it's him, Sarah.
I'm here, Majesty.
No, that ain't no Satan. Just a poor old cow with a hat full of milk.
Well, that's the devil coming for me. I'm going home.
Let's go.
No, that's the devil. Take me home, devil. Oh, take me home. Take me home. Take me home.
Oh! Good morning, Your Majesty.
Where is Reverend Paris?
I'll fetch him.
Marshal, when did Reverend Hale arrive?
Reverend Hale? I believe they were around midnight, I suppose.
What is he about here?
Oh, well, he goes to those that are going to be hanged, you see. He sits with Proctor now.
Marshal, that man has no authority to enter here. Why have you let him in?
You see, I cannot deny him. You see, it's Proctor.
Are you drunk, Marshal?
Drunk? No, sir.
Fetch Mr. Paris.
Aye, sir.
There's a prodigious stench in this place.
I just cleared the people out of the cell beside them.
Beware hard drink, Marshal.
Aye, sir.
Let you question Hale, Excellency.
We'll get to that. Paris prays with him. That's strange.
I think Paris has a mad look about him these days.
Mad?
Yesterday I saw him come out of his house and I bid him good morning and he wept and went his way. I think it is not well the village sees him so unsteady.
Perhaps he has some sorrow.
I think it'd be the cows, sir.
The cows.
There be many cows wandering the high roads. Their masters are all in the jails, and much disagreement as to who they'll belong to. I saw Mr. Paris arguing with farmers all yesterday. There's great contention, sir, about the cows. It were always a man of wheat for contention.
Good morning, Judge Danforth. Thank you for coming. Beg your pardon making me so early. Good morning, Judge Hawthorne.
Reverend Hale have no right to enter.
A moment.
Why have you let him in?
Hear me. It is a providence. Reverend Hale has returned to bring Rebecca Nurse to God.
You bids them confess.
Hear me. Rebecca has not given me a word this 3 months since she came. Now she sits with him, and her sister and Martha Corey and 2 or 3 others, and he confess, and he plead with them, confess their crimes, and save their lives.
Why, this is indeed a providence, and they soften.
Not yet, not yet. There's news, sir. The court must reckon with. My niece. I believe she has vanished.
Vanished?
I thought to advise you earlier in the
Why?
week, but
How long is she gone?
This be the 3rd night. Mercy Lewis is gone too.
I'll send a search party out for them at once. Where may they be?
Excellency, I think they'd be aboard a ship. My daughter told me they'd be speaking of ships earlier in the week. And this morning I discovered my strongbox broken into.
She have robbed you.
31 pounds is gone. I am penniless.
You are a brainless man, Mr.
Excellency,
Terry.
Papa, you nothing to blame me. I cannot think of fear to keep in Salem, except the news of Andover has broken.
Andover is remedied. The courts return there on Friday and will resume examination.
Excellency, I tell you what
There's
it said.
no rebellion in Andover.
Excellency, I tell you what it said here. The courts have been thrown out in Andover, they say, will have no part in witchcraft. There is a faction here feeding on that news, and I fear that there will be rebellion here soon.
Rebellion. Why, at every execution I have seen naught but high satisfaction in the town.
Judge Hawthorne, it were another sort that hanged till now. Rebecca Nurse is no Bridget that lived with a 3-year bishop before she married him. John Proctor is no Isaac Ward that drink his family to ruin. Let Rebecca stand upon the gibbet and invoke some righteous prayer, and I fear she'll wait terrible vengeance upon you.
But, Excellency, she is condemned a witch. The court
Pray you. How would you proceed then?
Excellency, I would postpone these hangings for a
There
time.
will be no postponement.
Excellency, cannot be forgotten, sir. If Reverend Hale brings one of these to God, that confession surely damns the others to the public eye, and there will be no doubt that they are all linked to hell. This way, unconfessed and claiming innocence, doubts are multiplied. Our good purpose is lost in their tears, and many honest people will weep for them.
Mr. Cheever, give me the list.
Excellency, cannot be forgotten, sir, that when I summoned the congregation to John Crawford's excommunication, hardly 30 people come to hear it. That's begin discontent, I think, and if you call for a postponement
There will
of these hangings.
be no postponement.
Excellency.
Now, Mr. Paris, which one of these do you have the most hope for? I myself will strive with them until dawn.
Excellency, there's not another time until dawn.
I shall do my utmost. Which of them do you have the most hope for?
Excellency, a dagger.
What do you say?
This morning when I opened my door to come here, a dagger clattered to the ground. As you get discontent, and I think there is danger for me. You cannot hang this sword. There is danger for me. There is danger for me.
Accept my congratulations, Reverend Hale. We are glad to see you return to your goodly work.
You must pardon them. They'll not budge.
You mistake me, sir. I cannot pardon these when 12 are retained for the same crime. It's not just.
Excellency, look, will you just pardon them, please?
I will not receive a single plea for pardon or postponement. Them that will not confess will hang. 12 are already executed, and the name of the 7 have been given out, and the village expects to see them die at dawn. Postponement now speaks a floundering on my part. Reprieve or pardon will cast doubt upon the guilt that have died until now. Now pull yourselves up like men and help me, as you're bound by heaven to do so. Have you spoken with them at all, Mr. Hale?
All but Proctor, he is in the dungeon.
What's his way now?
Oh, he's just like some big, great bird, Your Honor. And you not know he lives except for you take a bit of food from time to time now.
His wife. His wife is well with child now?
Aye, she is.
Mr. Paris, you have closest relations with this man. Might her presence soften him?
I think it might have not seen her this 3 months since she came. I should summon her.
Is he yet adamant? Has he struck at you again?
Why, he cannot. For he's chained to the wall now.
Bring her up, and then she bring Mr. Proctor in.
Aye, sir.
Excellency, if you postpone a week and publish to the town that you are striving for their confessions, that speak mercy on your part, not faltering, sir.
As God has not empowered me like Joshua to keep the sun from rising, therefore I cannot withhold from them the perfection of their punishment.
Excellency, if you think God wills you to raise rebellion, then I am afraid you are mistaken.
You have heard rebellion spoken in Salem.
Excellency, there are orphans wandering from house to house. Abandoned cattle bellow on the high roads, the stink of rotting crop hangs everywhere, and no man knows when a harlot's cry may end his life. And you yet wonder if rebellion bespoke. Better you should wonder how you can burn your province.
Have you preached an Andover this month, Reverend Hale?
Thank God they have no need of me in Andover.
You baffle me, sir. Why have you returned here?
Why, I come to do the devil's work. I come to counsel innocent Christians should they belie themselves. There is blood on my head. Can you not see that there's blood on my head?
Goody Proctor, I hope you are hearty.
I am yet 6 months before my time.
Come. We come not for your life. We only come for... Mr. Hale, will you speak with the woman?
Goody Proctor, your husband is marked to hang this morning.
I've heard it.
I come alone, away from the court, Goody Proctor. Do you know it? I would save your husband's life, for if he is killed, I count myself his murderer. Goody Proctor.
What do you want of me?
Goody Proctor, I have gone this 6th month like our Lord into the wilderness. I have sought a Christian way, for damnation is doubled on a minister who counsels men to lie.
It is no lie. You cannot speak of lies.
It is a lie. They are innocent.
No more. I'll hear no more of that.
Do not mistake your duties. I mistook my own, Goody Proctor. I came into this village like a bridegroom to his beloved, bearing gifts of high religion. And when I turned with my bright confidence, it died. And where I looked upon with my eye of great faith, blood flowed up. Life, woman, life is God's most precious gift. No principle, however glorious, may justify the taking of it. I beg you, prevail upon your husband to confess. Let him give his lie. Quail not before God's judgment in this. For it may well be that God damns a liar, lest he should throw his life away for pride. Will you plead with him? I cannot think he'll listen to another.
Goody Proctor, be there no wifely tenderness within you. He will die with the sunrise. Your husband. What do you say? Will you contend with him? Are you stoned? A very ape would weep at such calamity. Have the devil dried up any tear pitying you? Take her out. It profit nothing she should speak to him.
Your Excellency, let me speak with him.
You'll strive with him?
Will you contend with him?
I promise nothing. Let me speak with him.
Pray you, leave them, Your Excellency.
Mr. Proctor, you have been notified. There's a light in the sky, mister. Let you counsel your wife so that one day you may turn your back on hell.
Mr. Proctor, if you desire, come beside her. God lead you now.
You have been chained.
Aye. Child,
It grows.
any word of the boys?
They're well. Rebecca's Daniel keeps them.
You have not seen them?
I have not.
You are a marvel, Elizabeth. Come for my life now.
I know it.
None have yet confessed?
There be many confessed.
Who?
Goody Ballard is one. Isaiah Goodkind is one. There be 100 or more, they say.
And Rebecca?
Not Rebecca. She's 1 foot in heaven now. Naught may hurt her more.
And Giles?
You have not heard of it.
I hear nothing where I'm kept.
Giles is dead.
When were he hanged?
He were not hanged. He would not answer aye or nay to his indictment, for if he denied the charge, they'd hang him surely and auction out his property. So he stand mute and died Christian under the law. It is the law, for he could not be condemned a wizard without he answered the indictment aye or nay.
And how does he die?
They press him, John.
Press?
Great stones they lay upon his chest until he answer aye or nay. They say give them but 2 words. More weight, he says. Die.
More weight.
Aye. We're a fearsome man, Giles Cord.
I've been thinking I would confess to them. What say you if I give them that?
Cannot judge you, John.
What would you have me do?
As you will, I will have it.
It's a pretense, Elizabeth.
What is?
I cannot mount the gibbet like a saint. I'm not that man. My honesty is broke. I'm no good man. Nothing spoiled by giving them this lie that we're not rotten long before.
And yet you've not confessed till now that speak goodness in you.
Spite only keeps me silent. I would have your forgiveness.
I cannot forgive you. It come to naught that I should forgive you. Will you forgive yourself? It is your soul, John. Only be sure of this, for I know it now. Whatever you will do, it is a good man does it. I have read my heart this through. I have sins of my own to count. It take a cold wife to promise.
Enough!
Better you should know me.
I'm not here, I know you.
You take my sins upon you. your lips when I did. I never knew how to say my love. It were a cold house I kept.
What say you, Proctor? The sun is soon up.
Do as it will, but let none be your judge. There be no higher judge under heaven than Proctor is. Forgive me, John. I never knew such goodness in the world.
I will have my life.
You'll confess yourself?
I want my life.
By God, it is a providence. He will confess. Proctor will confess.
Why are you crying? It is evil, is it not? It is evil.
I cannot judge you, John.
Who will judge me? God in heaven, what is John Proctor? What is John Proctor? I think it is honest. I think so. But it is no saint. It is fraud. Let Rebecca go like a saint.
I cannot be your judge. I cannot be.
Would you give them this? Would you give them this lie? No. No, you wouldn't. If tongues of fire were singeing you, you would not give them this lie. For it is evil.
Praise to God, man. Praise to God. You shall be blessed in heaven for this. Now then, are you ready, Mr. Cheever?
Why must it be written?
Well, why, for the good instruction of the village, this shall be posted upon the church door. Where's the marshal?
Willard! Hurry!
Now, Mr. Proctor, will you speak clearly and directly to Mr. Cheever for Mr. Cheever's sake? Mr. Proctor, have you seen the devil in your life? Come, man, take courage. There's a light outside. The town waits at the scaffold, but I shall tell them this news. Have you seen the devil in your life?
I did.
And when the devil come to you, what were his demands? Did he bid you do his work upon the earth?
He did.
And you bound yourself to his service.
I did.
Good then. Oh, goody nurse, come in.
John, you are well then?
Now, Mr. Proctor, did you bind yourself to the devil's service? I need a clear response.
John?
I did.
See, woman, it profit nothing to keep this conspiracy any further. Will you confess yourself with him?
John, God sent his
Take her out!
Will you confess yourself with him?
It is a lie. It is a lie. How may I damn myself? I cannot.
When the devil came to you, did you see Rebecca Nurse in his company?
No.
Did you see her sister, Mary Eastie?
No, I did not.
Did you see Martha Corey?
No,
with
I did
the
not.
devil? Did you see anyone
No,
with the devil?
I did not.
You mistake me, sir. You have most certainly seen someone with the devil. A score of people have proclaimed that they have seen this woman with the devil.
Then it is proved. Why must I say it?
Why must you say it? Well, you shall rejoice in saying it if your soul has been purged of hell.
You think to go like saints. I like not to spoil their names.
Do you think they go like saints? Mr. Proctor, I think you mistake your duty here. It matters not what she thought. She is convicted of the unnatural murder of children. And you for sending your spirit out on Mary Warren. Your soul alone is the issue here, mister. And you will prove its whiteness, or you cannot live in a Christian country. Now, have you seen Rebecca Nurse with the devil?
I do not speak for someone else's sins. I have no tongue for it.
Excellency, he's already confessed himself. Just let him sign. Let him sign.
Excellency, it is a weighty name. It'll strike the village hard that he confess. Excellency, let him sign. The son is of Excellency.
Come then, sign your testimony. Come, man,
You've
sign
all
it.
seen it. It is enough. What more is needed?
You will not sign it?
What more is needed?
Do you sport with me? You will sign your confession, or it's no confession at all. Your second name.
Praise be to the Lord.
Good man. Now may I know, Mr. Proctor, I
No,
need
no,
your-
you've all seen it. It is enough.
Proctor, the village is approved that he
Damn
did
it,
that.
village. You've all seen it. What more is needed?
Mr. Proctor, you must confess. I must have
What
your...
more is needed? You have come to save my soul, have you not? It is saved. I have confessed myself. God knows it.
Mr. Proctor, it is not enough.
It is enough. Sir, no good penance, but it be public. God knows how black my sins are. God does not need my name nailed upon the church door. What more is needed?
Mr. Proctor.
You will not use me. It is no part of salvation that you will use me. I am John Proctor. I'm no Sarah Good or Titchbud. It is no part of salvation that you will use me.
Mr. Proctor, I do not wish to use
I have
you.
3 boys. I may teach them to walk like men in the world, and I have sold my friends.
You have not sold your friends.
Beguile me not! I have blackened all of them, and this hangs on the church door when they hang for silence.
Mr. Proctor, I must have good and legal proof.
You are the
that
high court. Your word is good enough. Tell them I confess myself. Tell them Proctor broke on his knees and wept like a woman. But my name cannot be on that door, sir.
Mr. Proctor, is it not the same whether you sign or if you give
It is
me
not
your-
the same. What others sign to, what I say and what others sign to, is not the same.
Why? Do you mean to deny this confession when you are free?
I mean to deny nothing.
Then why can I not
Because
have
it
your-
is my name! Because I cannot have another in my life! Because I lie and sign myself to lies! Because I am not worth the dust on the feet of those that hang otherwise! How may I live without my name? I have given you my soul, leave me my name!
Is that document a lie? I will not accept that document if it is a lie. I do not deal in lies, mister. You will give me your honest confession, or I cannot keep you from the rope. Which way do you go, sir? Marshal!
Proctor, Proctor!
Man, you cannot! You'll hang!
Praise be some goodness. Show them no tear. Show them a heart of stone and sink them with me.
Let you fear nothing. There is another judgment that waits us all.
Hang them high above the town. Whoever weeps for these weeps for corruption.
I have not yet had my breakfast.
Goody Proctor, go to him. There's yet time. Goody Proctor, go to him. Proctor, Proctor!
Woman, go to him. It is pride. It is vanity. Go to him, be his helper. What profit him bleed? Shall the dust praise him? Shall the worms declare his truth? Go to him, take his shame away now!
He hath his goodness now. God forbid I take it from him.
I know you wanna love her, but let me tell you, brother, she's been sleeping in the devil's bed. And there's some rumors going round, someone's underground. She can rock you in the night until your skin turns red. Ooh, witchy woman, see how high she flies. Ooh, witchy woman, she got the moon in her